All right, 3:20 right now. As we were having that conversation about what's going on in Thornton, we got an email about breaking news that's happening right now in Ford Heights. Look at your screen and you can see here flames shooting out of an old church there in Ford Heights. This apparently was the True Light Temple of Praise, where we're seeing firefighters with their hands full. I mean, this looks fully involved at this point in time in terms of the flames throughout that structure. I wonder if the firefighters are even going in at this point. They may just be doing this from the outside. And whenever you see that thick black smoke, that means that we still have a lot of active flames inside of the building right now. You can see from our chopper view, firefighters on all sides of the building and in front of the building. They're starting to spray some water on top, which is why you're getting more of the gray and also the whiter smoke that's starting to come out. Hopefully they're getting the better of this fire at this point in time. But again, this is the True Light Temple of Praise, where they are in Ford Heights up above this fire, where firefighters are working from all angles to get this out at this point in time. We got this initial note around 2:45. So they've been working on this thing for a while now. And you can see here, they were working on one part and you see where they started moving and then they had thick black smoke coming out from another part here. So definitely they have their hands full. We're going to keep on top of this. If we get any updated information about, well, obviously we're hoping there was no one inside of that building because there's not much of it left at this point in time. But if we get any new information about what's happened here at this building, we will continue to let you know. There are several other things that the newsroom is monitoring at the moment. But of course, when you see a scene like this from Chopper, you really have to just stay with that for a minute there and hope that our firefighters will be okay. Obviously, they're battling this fire in extreme conditions outside as well, which can make a firefight difficult. You're dealing with slippery conditions. You're spraying that water out there. Icy conditions can be a problem for firefighters as they're trying to get that fire out. So we'll continue to monitor that again at the True Light Temple of Praise and let you know if we get any updated information about what's happening there. But our thoughts are with the firefighters, hoping no one was inside of that building when that flame got going there. But as we get new information, we'll be passing that along. Let's talk about what's going on in Lake County, though. I have Kevin Considine, the president and CEO of Lake County Partners, who is joining me as they have some great news to share about good things that are happening in their area. Thank you so much for your time. Did I say your last name correctly?
It's Considine, but
Considine.
Thank you, Anita. I appreciate it. It's great to be here.
Wonderful to have you here, and it's always good to be able to talk about things on an upward trend. So tell me about the things that are going right there in Lake County.
Lake County, in fact, even all of Chicagoland is on a tremendous roll. So I'm the president and CEO of Lake County Partners. We're the nonprofit economic development partnership for Lake County. So it's our job to keep jobs growing. And we've been on a great roll for the last 5 years. Last year took that even accelerated further, and we just completed our best year ever in 2025.
Best year ever. That is amazing to hear, and I'm sure to experience. So I'm seeing that investment by businesses topped $600 million. Tell me more.
So we track that. There are two major stats, primary metrics that we track in economic development, and that's new jobs created by the projects that we work, and the direct capital investment. So last year we saw over 1,800 new jobs, and that's $633 million in direct capital investment. So those were both high water marks here in Lake County, and we're really excited about that growth. There's a couple interesting pieces about that. So about 1,000 of those jobs were in manufacturing. That's been a lot of our growth over the last handful of years. Most of us hear about the decline of manufacturing, and we've been able to buck that trend with pretty significant growth over the last handful of years. Other interesting piece about that is a lot of that growth has been in existing companies. While some of that have been new entrants to Lake County, we've seen a lot of our existing manufacturers grow. Companies we helped move here say 3 and 4 years ago, have now had to expand and grow and invest further, which is exactly what you want to see.
Yeah, and so 862 new jobs created in the county. That's awesome.
Yeah, we've seen tremendous growth, and they're good paying, family supporting, high wage jobs, which we're excited to help bring to the county.
Tell me about, getting nationally recognized, because that helps. I mean, you all have put in the work, but that helps too.
It really does, and so frankly, some of that we've done a nice job here, but really all of Chicagoland. So we have a partnership, the Greater Chicagoland Economic Partnership, that we formed a few years ago, and many people wouldn't realize that Chicagoland, so the whole 7-county region, has been the #1 market in the country for business relocation and expansion for 12 years in a row.
Whoa.
So we have led the nation, and we continue to, and I'm pretty confident we'll keep that title again.
Okay, tell me what you all say to sell that to people who are thinking of bringing their businesses here.
Yeah, that's a great question. That the very first question that we get from prospective companies, and it's really #1 on anybody's list, is workforce. Do you have the workers that I'm going to need to produce my product or sell my product, or whatever that is, or service? And Chicagoland has a tremendous workforce. So 5 million strong across the region. That's larger than 41 states. We have a tremendous strength there. We lean on that heavily here in Lake County. And frankly, we're now reaping the benefits of partnerships that we formed a decade ago with our community college, the College of Lake County, our Regional Office of Education, and our Workforce Development Department, really working together to ensure that businesses have the talent pipeline that they need.
What are some of the bigger businesses that help with these numbers?
We've seen some great growth. Some of it is large companies that people will be familiar with, whether that's AbbVie or Abbott, or one of our biggest ones last year, Fortune Brands Innovations. Those are all Fortune 500 companies. Fortune Brands, if it's not a familiar name, the company, they own brands like Moen Fawcett and Master Lock, and many of the products that we all know well. They were deciding to reorganize the company last year to bring those business units together. So as often happens, they held essentially a bake-off with a few other markets. Where were they going to consolidate? And based on location and talent and the communities that we have here, they chose to do that consolidation here in Lake County, in Deerfield, rather than the other markets. They relocated a couple hundred people this past summer.
Oh, awesome. Wonderful. What do you think people maybe don't understand, or like misunderstand, about Lake County?
Yeah, that's a great question. And often it's maybe we think of the lakeside communities. Often the most underrated one is our manufacturing base. We have many corporate headquarters. We're the second largest cluster of Fortune 500 headquarters in the Midwest, second only to downtown Chicago. But it's the manufacturing sector that a lot of people don't really think about. We've got very strong in pharmaceuticals and life sciences, and then other metal fabrication. And a lot of that happens in buildings that people have driven by 100 times and never really thought twice about what goes on inside there. And then you do get a chance to look inside, and they're making parts for Tesla or NASA. It's really pretty cool that to have that technical base here.
Yeah. What are some of the greatest challenges to continue to stay on that upward trend?
That's a great question, and that also goes to workforce. So it's both our strength, but it's the piece that we have to keep going. There's a national trend that's happening, just a demographic shift as more baby boomers retire. That means that the working age population, really nationwide, is constricting. So in order for us to maintain this competitiveness, we need to really do two things. We need to continue to attract top talent, which we do really well, and we need to maximize our homegrown talent. And that maximizing the homegrown talent is all about career education, for young adults, and how do we help maybe some folks who are out of school, but maybe need to change lanes in their career. And those are a lot of the assets and programs that we've been building over the last handful of years.
Kevin Considine, the president and CEO of Lake County Partners, thank you so much for your time today, and congratulations on the work paying off.
Thanks so much, Anita. Appreciate it.
All right, you take care. It's 3:30, everyone. I saw the door open.